The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from the Superdome.
This taken in at the goal line.
Okay, break.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Ready? Pat the street. Pat the street. Hey, Crash. 79 Broncos.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Hey, Panther 11, Panther 11. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. Drake London, his intended target.
And it's 2nd down.
You look at the Saints defense.
They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers, takeaways they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
More the man in motion. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
6-18. 93.
Now Carr.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Now Carr throwing on second down.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Back to throw now on first down.
This one into the hands of Pitts.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts, 65 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Carr now on first down.
To the sideline and incomplete. The Saints at 11-5 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
29, 618, 93. Your mind. Kill.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
93. 93. Well, Jumbo.
Carr to throw again.
That is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
694, 637, 29, 734, White Monday down.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. These two teams all tied after one.
Carr now on first down.
That's a Alonso bringing in another one.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now they send a man in motion right.
Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
On the jump.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Dragon 60.
2nd and 4.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
19 Lions. Street.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
You Mike. Kill. Hey, 734. Express.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Carr. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
93. 808. 694. Express.
Here's Carr to throw. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
734. Express. Hey, later, 2.
Here's Carr.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Second and a couple.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Second and 2.
And complete to Drake London.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Ready?
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Still going inside the 20.
And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try.
It got his man complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
Here we go, here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
79 Broncos.
Moore, the man in motion. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You're mine. Kill. Hey, 734.
Throwing now is Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans.
93.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Out left to Dotson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 3.
694. 637.
Now Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
734. Express.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Raider 1.
From the gun, it's Carr. Complete, it's Dotson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now Carr, he wants to change up the look here. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Raider 2. Raider 1.
Carr now to throw. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
29.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Hey, 734. Raider 9. 1. Raider 1. Express.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Here we go.
Carr to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion
93.
for enough yardage for a first
93.
down.
808. 694. 637.
Throwing his Carr on third down.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Clark Phillips has got it.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Bronco 80.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
29.
The Shaheed going to go in motion.
Carr will try it again on second down. Incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
93. Express. You're mine.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Raider 9. 1. Raider 1.
They'll go for it. It's Carr.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now they're in the hurry-up.
93. 90. 694. 637. Express.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That's it.
Now Carr again.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
734. Express. Raider 2.
48-yard line.
To throw, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
That's good for us Saints.
You're mine.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Kill.
To throw his Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Hey, 734. Raider 9.
The 38-yard line.
1. Raider 1.
The Shaheed going to go in motion.
93. 93.
On second down, here's Carr.
He completes it to Olave. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. Touchdown! Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Moore, the man in motion.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Second and 11. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 18, Pioneer, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That is caught. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down.
Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
70 Ranger. Go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
Ready up.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
19 Lion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Ready.
Second and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hurt. Check smash.
Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Broncos.
They'll look to throw here.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
10 through 11, 10 through 11, trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, first and 10.
Go street. 18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Hurt.
They'll set up a throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. They'll pitch it to Robinson.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Read alert. 60 Bobcat.
Out of the gun now on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. It's certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
19 Lions, 19 Tiger, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Looking deep here from Mooney.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And the Falcon first down.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Trap 60, trap 60.
2nd and inches. At the Saints 30-yard.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First down, Atlanta.
They'll look to throw again.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Saints.
Now back to throw.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man?
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Koo able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
734 Express. Hey, Raider 2.
Carr going to throw here. Out left to Dotson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
29. 618.
Carr now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, 734.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
9. Express.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Koo, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
29. Express. 734.
Carr going to look to throw. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
29. Express. .618.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Saints, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5. And now they'll await the final